My name is Rafael Torrano. I'm the Manager Director of WEG in the Middle East. WEG is a global company with headquarters in Brazil, not just a product supplier, but a solution provider. We are based here, but with factories in the US, in Mexico, Portugal, Germany, India, China, South Africa, and more than 37,000 employees globally.
My name is Darshan Chejikar. I'm responsible for the low voltage automation business in the Middle Eastern region. So I'm looking after the complete portfolio of the low voltage automation products that we have here.
WEG is here at ADIPEC because WEG is the supplier of most of all the companies who are here today. Can be an OEM as a pump manufacturer, fan manufacturer, could be one EPC, and even the end users. Most of the end users are here in the region. So WEG is the solution provider for all these channels. CFW900 is a new VFD launched by WEG. It's a compact VFD compared with others in the market. This VFD is especially made for heavy-duty applications, has a lot of good features, especially here for the region in terms of ambient temperature, like 50 degrees Celsius, long cables suitability in terms of the motor distance, and many other features.
See, basically, for WEG, the automation business itself is not new. We are into this business for a long time, especially the drives and soft starters. And we are quite strong in oil and gas. And CFW900 is a new VFD which has been launched. As Mr. Torrano said, this is, first of all, we highlight the feature that this is a very compact drive, one of the most compact drives in the industry. At the same time, it comes with certain added advantages, like it works at up to 50 degrees centigrade. That is the rating of the drive that we have designed this. Then we have conformal coating like 3C2, 3C3, which is a standard on all these electronic boards that we are manufacturing, which is becoming a norm nowadays for the many of the industries here. And apart from this drive is, I would say, a very intelligent drive in the sense it has advanced energy saving features, especially it has optimal flux control, which gives a better advantage over the energy saving compared to the competitor products. Then apart from this drive has a built-in PLC, which is something you can program. It comes with a ladder logic program as well. And also it has like intelligent thermal management. Like when we say intelligent thermal management, so let's say the drive has been installed for 40 degree, 50 degree ambient, but it is rated for 40 degree. So ideally the drive will trip when the ambient temperature reaches 50 or more than that. In this particular model, that will not happen because the drive will adopt its output current specific to that particular temperature so that the process will continue. So these are one of the some of the major features, and yes, very importantly, this drive works for induction motor. At the same time, it can work for permanent magnet motor, which is one of the strong points that WEG is having because it can work with any make of the permanent magnet motor. So right now we have launched it up to 132 kilowatt, and very soon we are hoping to get the new launch, which should be in megawatts. So we have the previous range, let's say up to 2.2 megawatts. So we are hoping to have this line as well, getting to that very soon. Especially nowadays, see, the technology of drives has evolved over the years that nowadays we are talking more on the energy efficiency, then the expectation from a product has really increased. Then I would say the size is one of the important features, but many of the users, they want compact products, with over the period. So this is something we have addressed with this product. And as I said, some of the features we are giving like PLC built into it, which is not a common thing with, used to be the case with drives. So we are giving something that is being packaged more and more into a single product so that you can avoid a lot of other hardware, which is in the end giving a benefit to the customers. And as I said, this drive can even work for a permanent magnet motor. So that means you don't need to go for two different drives, one for induction motor and one for permanent magnet motor. The same drive you can use for both the type of motors. So I would say this is like something, a next generation product that we have in the market at the moment. And we have a lot of expectations with this product.
It's also important to mention that WEG is the manufacturer of this drive, but also the electric motor and even the gearbox. So one company can supply you the complete solution in terms of motion drives. So this will be much easier for the end user in terms of maintenance and data sheets and everything in terms of inventory. The WEG motor scan is a device that is applied not just in the electric motor, it can be installed different equipment as even compressors, fans, pumps, and can measure things like vibration, temperature, speed, and is a very good device in terms of maintenance, can prevent failures, and WEG being the supplier of most of these products for this type of equipment, we have the know-how about this product for a long, long time. We have our factories in our headquarters with all these products installed. So even before we launched the market, since WEG is a very verticalized company, we have our own foundry, have our own machining, even the wire plant is made by WEG. So we test all this scan in our own factory. And the new range of this scan, you can even recharge the batteries or can even connect the batteries all the time without the need of replacing it time to time. This differentiates us from the other ones in the market.
As Mr. Tohano said already, see, nowadays the generation is about more of automation rather than just to avoid the human intervention. So when you have this type of a product, which is a motor scan, really very compact. So if you can compare with the market, we have one of the very compact products as well. Then when you install it on, let's say, a motor, it's like you have life without worries, I would say like that, because the job which human beings should go and check the health of the motors, that's something the device is doing for you. Even if you are not nearby, you can be away, but then that's doing this job for you. At the same time, it is keeping a watch on the product which may be made by drive or a motor where it is installed. So it is going to have the real-time information on the health of this product. So anything that is, say, it senses abnormal, so that's something it is going to give you an alarm, because we have a wide range of products under motor fleet management. So some are the compact devices, some are the additional connectivity devices, which expands the portfolio and gives you more and more expansion on the product offering capabilities that we have. So the data can be finally traced to your mobile phone. So in short, like you are able to get the real-time data sitting in some other place. So altogether, you are having a stress-free life, which I believe is the requirement or expectation from the the current generation. Everybody expects this. And as I said, we have this even better products with the rechargeability, which is going to be a very good offering in the market. We are sure about it.
Okay, it's important to mention that these devices, not just the device, is the motion fleet management, where you can install the complete system in installed base. It doesn't need to be a new equipment. You can go to end users with our service engineers. We have here in the Middle East monitoring engineers who can go to the site, can install the device, train the people, even evaluate the maintenance, change the product for a high efficiency products, focusing the sustainability, right? Because we can cost less energy, less emissions of CO2, and of course, maintaining the product to avoid failures.
Yeah, I would like to add something like specific to the product. For example, if when you are asking the services, yeah, especially as we mentioned, we are the manufacturers of these products. At the same time, when it comes to the drives, we always come across specific requirements from our clients. I would say that almost every time we have different requirements. So then what the customer expects is a proper engineering service, which should be like engineering capabilities based locally here, even in the factory. And WEG is something which is, I would say, one of the most flexible companies when it comes to customization requirements. So we are able to design, could be a panel or other products, we can customize. Most of them we can customize to specific to the customer or project requirements. Then manufacturing in line with the specifications that we have agreed. And then later on the part comes is the commissioning part, which is also very important, and after sales. So put together, WEG is really very strong on all these service offerings that typically a customer would require, because having product is good. At the same time, without service, I would say nowadays customers, they expect a complete support from the same manufacturer. So this is something I believe keeps it, WEG up in the competition.
By the way, it's important to mention that WEG managed to get several framing agreements with end users in the region for new projects. So in some plants, you have the complete range of low voltage motors, medium voltage motors, low voltage drives, and medium voltage drives in the same plant, all by WEG. So this makes it easier for the maintenance people, and of course for replacement, and also for these motors can be installed. The GCC market for WEG is very important as a hub. Because of course we sell to all over the world, okay, to America, to Europe, to Asia, other countries, but end users, the most of the end users are here in the region. And since WEG is a solution provider, as we mentioned before, in terms of supplying not just the motors, but VFD, gears, and many other equipments, the GCC is very important because it's where the end user is.
As an industry perspective, we see a lot of different industry segments that are present in the Middle East, like may it be water, may it be oil and gas, which is one of the major, of course, and equally water and wastewater segment. At the same time, HVAC. So whichever are the major industries we look at across the globe, you will find everything as a package in the GCC or the Middle Eastern region. So our expectation is, of course, to have an exponential growth in the coming few years, which we have a very aggressive plan. And already we are working in line with that requirement to increase our team and having a proper setup. So we are working across the region very aggressively and having a very strong local presence as well to have the setup there.
It's important to mention, besides the new projects, the installed base in some end users is still very old. So there's a huge opportunity for WEG to retrofit, increase the efficiency of many products here in the region. And we can see that WEG, as a verticalized company, I would say you can customize solutions. A product that was sold 30 years ago, maybe nowadays the same company cannot make it, but WEG will be able to do it. So the Middle East is very important for this.